Today I'm going to be coaching GeoZ with some very helpful tips in GeoGuessr. Right now he has about 400 elo and he's just got into the gold division, so this is kind of the point where he needs his tips. So driving directions, so you can see everywhere in North America and GeoGuessr is driving on the right hand side. I guess you can count Bermuda as America, but they drive on the left because they're owned by the UK and stuff. But basically all of the Americas are just driving on the right, as you can see. There's no point counting these because they don't even have street view. I think we go to Europe next. So UK and Ireland drive on the left. All of mainland Europe drive on the right, and Malta and Cyprus drive on the left. So it's the sort of thing where when you see Greek and you don't know which one it is, if you're seeing left-hand drive, it's always Cyprus. Africa's very mixed. It's basically just what the UK controlled and stuff. So right-hand drives in the North Africa, like Kenya, Uganda and stuff, drive on the left. And so the South Africa, Lesotho, Eswatini, Namibia and Botswana. And when you see like Ghana, Nigeria and Senegal, they're all driving on the right. And Rwanda's an interesting one because they drive on the right even though they're on that side of Africa. Okay, let's move on to Asia next. So basically the whole of the Indian subcontinent drive on the left hand side. And you can see. And then Thailand is driving on the left. A good tip for it is everything surrounding Thailand's driving on the right, but south of Thailand's driving on the left. Okay. And then Japan's just a weird exception where they drive on the left, I don't know why. And then we're going to end off with Oceania, which just all drive on the left in GeoGuessr, generally. Next we're going to talk about warning signs. So in the Americas they just use this diamond one right here. Yeah, it's just the same as a driving direction, they always use the same thing. And a very interesting exception, which I have to mention quite quick, is that Ireland use the American style instead of the European style. It's weird. But yeah, you can just see in the Caribbean they use quite a mix. There's not really much coverage in the Caribbean, so the only one you're really going to see is the Dominican Republic, which use the American style.
Bermuda doesn't have coverage, right? Does it have coverage or no?
I think the only country in this area that has coverage is the Dominican Republic and just random overseas territories, and that's about it. But there's an overseas territory right here that has pretty significant coverage called Curaçao, I think it's pronounced. And they use the European style. Okay. You don't even have to talk about South America, it's just all American style. But Europe is just the European style, which you use as well.
Yeah.
I don't really know why it's called the European style because like everywhere uses it.
Yeah.
Okay. But in Europe there's a few exceptions. Iceland, Sweden, Finland, Poland and Greece that have just yellow there, I don't know why.
Cool.
Yeah, very useful tips, you know.
I just want to be different, you know? UK wants to be different, US wants to be different.
Well yeah, they always want to be different.
UAE doesn't want to be different, it's just a mix. Same with Pakistan, but they drive on the left because of British influence.
Yeah, the whole of the Indian subcontinent was once controlled by the UK, so that's why they're driving left now. It's a sort of thing where like they used to do it, but like it's just hard just changing their road signs to be on the other side, so they just kept it. But in Africa, literally every country except Liberia uses the European style. And blue's just the same as red, as you can see over here. It just means they previously used blue in the middle. Imagine they kept that. South Africa and Australia would be super easy 50-50 to just like the South African blue. That would be insane if that existed. But unfortunately they just did it. You can still differentiate them because Australia used the diamonds.
Remember, everyone watching the video, Liberia doesn't have any Google Street View anywhere yet. And probably won't.
Okay, well, you can see in Southeast Asia it's a whole massive mix. We don't even have to talk about this part of Asia, it's just all European style. But yeah, in Thailand, Cambodia, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Sri Lanka, they use the American style of it. And in Laos, they use the European style. And in Vietnam, they have the same one as Greece, Poland, and stuff, where they have it in yellow for some reason. No clue why. Philippines just use the European style, and so does Singapore. And then South Korea uses the yellow one as well. Japan uses the American style. Taiwan and China overseas just use the European style. And then the whole South.
Also, they should just put all of the things on the map which don't have coverage, because it'll confuse so many people.
Yeah, this is just a whole lot of information I just thrown at your face. I guess I can send you the thing afterwards if you want to look back at it. This is the coverage map. It's quite a low quality image, but you can see.
I also have the coverage map with me.
Yes.
But it's like really low quality. I have a better coverage map.
Yeah, all you have to do is just go on mapmaking.app. I'll actually go on it right now so you can see it in high quality. But yeah, you can check out this website if you want. So you can see all the coverage, like specifically. It's all official. You can select what you want, so that I can make it unofficial or everything, but official is what we want. I can literally prove it's official because if you zoom into these countries in Africa with no street view, it's just nothing. It's a great website if you want to learn all the coverage and stuff. You can just see Europe, especially France, is just crazy. Wait, what are you asking?
There's like countries like DRC have unofficial coverage.
Well, yeah, I think basically everywhere does, because if you click on unofficial, you can see little bits there. Well, there's no point learning this because it's unofficial.
Yeah, one day they're probably going to add it, you know?
Well, yeah, most countries will one day.
Yeah. I feel like the GeoGuessr in 2069 map is actually going to be pretty accurate.
Yeah, it will be, because when all the tensions end, they can just add new coverage. But like now, there's lots of tensions in the world, so they can't add new coverage. Specifically in places like Israel and Jordan, where they're still stuck in Gen 3 most of the time.
And yeah, also, there's UAE's not going to have a lot of new coverage for like a lot of time.
Yeah, because there's like lots of things going on there. And also there'll never be coverage down here unless Abu Dhabi just doesn't exist anymore. Like literally it just ends at a point. I have no idea why. Oh, it is actually pretty new.
Yeah, because that's the border. That's the border.
Well, yeah, but like we don't really have much to say. Just like this is the coverage map, and you just need to remember it really. I basically remember it off by heart though, because of just how much I play. Yeah. This is what I mean about the Columbia. I don't know if you watch live streams, but I'm thinking of the time when people just keep clicking over here. I'm just like, there's no coverage there. It's so annoying. And in Peru, where they just click here, it's just so annoying. Because there's just no coverage there. Like in Kenya, how this whole area has nothing.
Yeah.
Like I know what regions have no coverage, and yeah, Australia's a good one. There's just nothing here because it's just so warm in the outback. I think that's just gonna wrap off this map, and let's go to the next one.
Also like really dry. Like it's like all desert basically.
It has like the smallest bit of coverage, but like, we don't really see that because
the city's like so like. I'm pretty sure that there's even like. Wait, can you check if it's official coverage in Pakistan? Lahore, remember?
Oh, the weird Lahore coverage.
It's so weird. They accidentally leaked it.
Yeah, like, you can just see it right here. Like you have to move the arrows for some reason. I have no idea why.
There's only like 15 pieces of coverage, right?
It's like a couple thousand, I think, but like they don't even show it on the map, which is really throwing off. And they just have these weird little trackers everywhere where they just walk around. There's something coming.
In the south, I feel like by the end of this year they're going to have full coverage in Pakistan everywhere because everyone's doing it.
Well, yeah, they're probably just going to do like this part, I think, because it's closest to India. Anyway, let's go on to
I
the
think
next
we're gonna
map, because we've been on this map for a while. Oh, we need to go to that. There we go. The stop signs around the world.
I know these.
Yeah, really useful. So, one thing you really need to know is that the whole of Europe uses stop. One day you'll learn about the different fonts in Europe, but that's not what level you're at right now, I don't think.
I want to do that. I want to do that.
Yeah, that's something for another day, I would say.
Do you know them?
Yeah, I know some of them.
Wow, I need to learn.
I don't really know many though.
It's pretty straightforward.
We're not skipping. We're not skipping it. We have to talk about it all. The only exception for Europe is Turkey, which used duh. Let's go to the Americas. It's just stop, stop, array.
In the UAE,
stop, array.
I can confirm in the UAE everywhere they have the stop sign and then they have Arabic on the top.
Yeah, so it's literally saying it stop, stop, which is quite funny.
Yeah, because it's like, yeah.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of people who move to the UAE for work and stuff, so that's probably why they have it in English too. Yeah, Mexico and Guatemala, they use auto. Just Mexico and Guatemala, that's it.
Countries in the world.
Yeah, the annoying thing is, I think this map's a bit out of date because you can see Costa Rica and Panama don't make an appearance in this map. Neither does Nepal.
Yeah. One thing one thing I like about this map is that they don't do the ones that without coverage, because you can see. But Pakistan actually does have coverage, and like I think like we're the only people that know it.
But yeah, remember this map is out of date. This map's at least 2 years old because no Panama.
There's the leaderboard for Pakistan on the ranked map. There's only 7 Pakistani players with a rating.
Oh my goodness! And just something really interesting. So you know how I said this map's like at least 2 years old? Vietnam's on there. You're probably like, what? Why? Because there was old Vietnamese coverage that got deleted like 3 years ago, and then they got new one like last year. So there's been 2 instances where Vietnam was added, which is really interesting. Oh yeah, I barely even saw any old Vietnamese coverage. I think it was gone by the time I even started GeoGuessr. Let's check out the South America. They just all use Pave, and Dominican Republic's an exception, and North America using Pave. Africa, North Africa, the only country in North Africa with coverage though is Tunisia, which use Arabic and stop. Senegal is stop, I think, and then Ghana's stop, Nigeria's stop. It's just all stop. And in Israel, they just put a hand up telling you to stop, which is quite interesting. Jordan, UAE use the Arabic and stop. Kyrgyzstan use stop as well, but then in Mongolia, they actually use free orc. That's what it looks like, but it's just Cyrillic for stop.
Yep. 3 orc. 30 orcs. 30 RC.
Yeah, 30 RCs. 30 Radusis.
Yeah, 30. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. 30 Radusis. There's probably 30 people in Mongolia named RC. That's why.
Okay.
And it means stop, because RC needs to stop. I don't know how I got that, but move on, please.
Yeah, but like India, Bangladesh, and Bhutan, I think that is, just use stop as well.
I think I just see like those random red dots in Lahore. No, I don't.
Oh, like Bangladesh actually used that one, I just saw. I've never even seen the stop sign in Bangladesh because I've been playing No Move for a really long time and never even came across one, which sounds crazy. Yeah, Southeast Asia though is really, really useful. Because in Laos it's like 2 random letters, and in Thailand it's 3, and in Vietnam just use stop. Cambodia is really long, like they have like 5 letters I think it looks like. Bahenti in Malaysia, Philippines use stop, Indonesia use stop. Taiwan just use a Chinese looking letter. Japan, I think everyone knows the triangle there. And then in Korea it's stop with 2 Korean letters. Hong Kong and just have a bit of Chinese and stop.
Oh,
We're not moving on just yet. Australia, New Zealand, you stop. That's the hit for this one. And then you can go ahead and read this yourself. Should I read it? Sure thing. States that require front and rear plates: California, Colorado, Connecticut, DC, Hawaii, Idaho, Illinois, Iowa, Maine, Maryland, Massachusetts, Minnesota, Missouri, Montana, Nebraska, Nevada, New Hampshire, New Jersey, New York, North Dakota, Oregon, Rhode Island, South Dakota, Texas, Vermont, Virginia, Washington, Wisconsin, Wyoming.
That's gonna stay in my head forever.
Yeah, just imagine me saying it. Yeah, I couldn't find a single map for these. Like, it would just say something went wrong every time, which is really annoying. So that's why I have to write it down all by myself.
Please can we move on before...
States that don't require front plates: Alabama, Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Delaware, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Michigan, Mississippi, New Mexico, North Carolina, Ohio, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Tennessee, Utah. Oh my goodness. I don't have to do that again now because we're done with that one. And then it's just learnable meta. It shows you tips. I think you knew this one. I literally just put the first tip that showed up. It's just Christmas Island car. But yeah, I recommend playing it daily. And then the last resort. Next slide. You won't believe it. I had to, okay? It's a gambling site. It's a 50-50 of it working or failing. When you play, you just have to hope it works out. Because if it doesn't, then that's just going to be super bad. Because that's just how it goes sometimes. All you have to do is watch one ranked video of mine to know why I'm calling it a gambling site. Okay. Plunkett's done me good, Plunkett's done me bad. I think mainly it's done me bad, honestly. Just some of those methods are just unreliable.
And you just spend like 6 hours on geo hints in the next 6 hours of fasting time.
Yeah, geo hints is just like the better Plunkett. But they don't tell you region guess tips because I need them, but learnable meta.
They kind of do.
Learnable meta, you take the good metas from Plunkett and turn it into a map, which is really good.
So I need to learn a lot of geo hints.
Yeah, you do.
Why does my voice sound so weird from your end? I promise I do not sound like that.
It's just you hearing yourself different to how other people hear you. It's just the sad truth. Like when I watch myself back, I sound so much younger. That's probably the same for you.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't have to talk about how we sound on video because we're literally talking about it on a video and we're talking about Plunkett.
So is there actually another slide or is this just video?
No, if I... Oh wait. Yeah, look, it's just end of slideshow. Like, no one even cares about that.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's the absolute end. I'm going to send it all to you. And I'm going to do my little outro now. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.